This summer I spent a week at a place called Performing Arts Forum in France, and while I was there I spent time jamming with people and also trying new instruments. For example, I played drums for the first time, and there was a chapel with an organ, so I spent some time figuring that out and started to collect sounds. While I was there, I was processing a lot of feelings, so I spent some time doing some extensive journaling and just playing around on the numerous pianos that they had. Just exploring little melodies and chords, just seeing what would come up. And through these aimless kind of jams, I started to find things that stuck. Certain melodies started looping in my head, and when I have that feeling of something sticking, that's usually when I start to follow the trail of that sound or that melody, and I start to flesh it out into something bigger, and a structure starts to emerge, a song structure. After playing around on the piano a couple evenings and finding some melodies and chords that I liked, I decided to do some recordings in the chapel and in a large room in the basement of the building. I wanted to get some, site-specific recordings, which isn't something that I've played with in my music that much before. But because I was in this space for a short amount of time and they had instruments that I don't usually have access to, I decided I would just record loads of sounds and see what would happen. So I went to the chapel and I started playing around with recording the organ in different ways. At first I started with my microphone and I was just trying to see what sounded good, understanding the instrument a bit more, and I was playing around with moving the microphone. Then someone lent me their Zoom, so I went back in and tried to capture some of the sounds that I liked the most. And one thing I ended up doing was holding a note or a chord for a short amount of time and capturing the reverb of the chapel. And I did the same thing with my voice. And then once I had finished recording all these different bits, I went to the studio and started to arrange these clips in different ways, and more distinct song sections started to emerge. At this stage, sometimes I would realize that I needed a different kind of recording, so even the arrangement stage involved some running out with the Zoom, trying to get a different take. But yeah, I had found my kind of structure, which I'd like to delve into a bit deeper another time. But the last thing I wanted to share was that once I had that structure, I went back into my journal that I had been writing and started to pull out phrases. And it felt like the song had an emotional arc. And through working on the song, I felt like myself also go through these changes, because it starts in quite a sad place and then somehow ends up in a more... I don't even know how to describe the feeling yet. I guess the lyrics will will tell me. as they come, as they continue to kind of emerge. I have so much that I want to say and share, but I'll end it here for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this, seeing my process, and I really want to take more time to be slow, to see what emerges, to play, and would like to continue sharing what I come up with along the way.